We welcome you back to our program, and of course our program on Tuesday is brought to us by the Saddleback Memorial Foundation. We're finding out a lot about the various activities and services and the good folks who are involved with our local hospital here in Laguna Woods. Joining us today, two rather special guests with a very important function that they perform. Patricia Dooley joins us today. She's the Director of Volunteer Services at Saddleback. Patricia, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And also joining us today is Mr. Frank Dome, who's a volunteer and works with the Meals on Wheels program. Welcome to you, sir. Good to have you with us on the show today. We commend you for your working with the community and helping folks here. We're talking today about the Meals on Wheels program, and I know, Patricia, you have a lot of different volunteer activities that you oversee, but the Meals on Wheels program is something I think that maybe a lot of these things are public, and people see people at the hospital, you know, handing out books and helping people and ushering and all that. This is one that really comes to people in their homes.
Exactly. We provide daily meals to individuals that are living here in Laguna Woods Village that need a little help, a little support, maybe after a stay at the hospital, or maybe they're just in a position where they need to have some meals provided to them. So we provide it pretty much 7 days a week. There's a couple holidays that we don't cover, but otherwise we're there every day for them. You
know, we know Saddleback is real high tech and state of the art. Just been designated as a facility for stroke patients and trauma care and all that, and a great emergency facility they have over there, so it's got all the latest medical equipment. But this is kind of basic, you know, food, something that we all need every day, and for folks who can't get out or have limited ability to prepare their own meals, this is very, very helpful. Frank, let's talk a bit about the work you do. How long have you been a volunteer in the Meals on Wheels?
2 years this month.
Now, what exactly do you do? What's the work that you're performing?
I deliver the meals to the clients. Right now I have 12 that I do every Wednesday. I usually do it once a week. Occasionally I'll substitute for somebody that's on vacation or if they're ill.
And do you try and have them all in the same geographic area, or do you find yourself driving all over Laguna Woods Village?
No, it's pretty much all in the same area.
And that's maybe part of the design, Patricia, right, to get people, you know, to make it economical for the volunteer to just drive in the same area every week.
Exactly. We kind of create the route so that it is economical, because our volunteers actually donate not just their time, but their gas, being able to take this route. So, you know, really it's a true gift.
And their car as well. You know, we're all real careful these days about, do I need to make this trip to the store? Can I wait and go tomorrow and go to the cleaners at the same time, you know, and trying to economize our driving. So obviously you're making that not only your time, but fuel and wear and tear on your car as well.
Exactly.
Without getting real specific, maybe you could share a couple of incidents, a couple of people that you've met that maybe were interesting, or some stories about your clients.
Well, myself, nothing really out of the ordinary. Most people are just happy to see you. They know that you can't really spend too much time and talk with them. I do have one lady that almost 3 or 4 minutes every Wednesday likes to chit-chat a little bit. She's very sweet. The others are just pretty much happy to see you, and a lot of times they just leave their door open and just say, come in. They can't get to the door. Could you please put my food on the kitchen counter?
Right.
We've had somebody who's noticed that somebody's oxygen tank was nearly empty, and someone had fallen and was calling for help when the volunteer came to deliver the meal. So pretty much we're also like some extra eyes.
A daily checkup, really, a daily visit to make sure that person is doing okay, along with bringing them those well-needed meals as well. You know, a lot of times, Patricia, when somebody's in the hospital, there may be some dietary restrictions depending on what kind of medical procedure they have. You know, do you guys get the food out of a vending machine? Is it prepared in the cafeteria there? Where does the food come from?
Actually, it's prepared through the hospital, and the dietitians help to kind of work with the physician who prescribes the client's meal. So what's nice about our program is that we do kind of handle the doctor prescribed meals. So if an individual needs something that for a week or two that needs to be pureed, for example, we are able to do that, and unlike some of the county programs.
Right.
So that's been a really nice thing to be able to support our community here and be able to provide that.
I imagine it probably fluctuates, but how many meals a week do your volunteers deliver? Do you have any idea?
Right now it's about 30.
30 different individuals.
It's been up to 34.
Right.
Yeah.
So you seeing 12 people, you're seeing a third of them.
Yes. We have 3 different routes, so there's 3 different cars going out every day. And one route has 8 right now.
Yeah.
It fluctuates. People come and go.
So you try and keep it around 10, 12 for most of
That's
the,
right.
and again, try and keep it in the same geographic area. So
Right.
makes
And
it
as
good.
people kind of advance and are on a regular diet, because that's what makes us unique, is the doctor prescribed piece. We will kind of encourage them to maybe go on to the county program. But, you know, if we're able to accommodate it, we do. But we definitely want to, you know, be open to those that need that help.
I would imagine for some folks, this is going to be a need they're going to have for the rest of their life. For other folks, it may be just a short-term need, right?
Exactly, exactly. But we're available either way, so that's what's nice.
You do charge a little amount for this?
We charge, but really we don't make any profit. It's just to cover the cost. Our meals are typically $7 a day, so depending upon a 5-day or 7-day meal delivery, that cost varies.
You mentioned you don't deliver every day. I think Thanksgiving and Christmas days are among the days that they're going to have some other alternative provisions made for them at that point.
And it's very typical that family will be in town and will kind of often, you know, take them out or be with them. So that's very common that they'll actually cancel on those days anyhow. So.
Is it a hot food that you bring? Is it cold food? What typically do you bring?
Both.
Tell us what a typical meal might be.
A typical meal would be a bag of cold, typically like a lunch, a sandwich, Jell-O tossed salad, a cookie, and then there's a separate container which is the hot meal, and normally that would be for their dinner. I can always look in the cold bag and see if it's a cheese sandwich or egg salad, something like that. The hot ones, we don't really know what's in there.
Right. Of course, I guess some people might choose to
They're
eat the hot meal while it's hot, eat that in the middle of the day, and then eat something lighter in the evening as well. They kind of can go either way on that. That's flexible.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great program. I imagine you're probably getting a lot of personal satisfaction in doing this work.
I enjoyed very much. Right.
That's great. I know a lot of people appreciate your visit as well. So
That's right. Thank you.
get to know them on a one-to-one basis. So again, we commend you for your volunteer service.
Thank you.
If people are interested in getting more involved, either want to know more about the program, maybe somebody they know might be able to use the program, or you might find some volunteers out there that might be looking for something to do to get
We can
involved.
always use more volunteers.
They can contact you folks at the hospital and get more information on that as well. Thank you both for joining us today. Continue the good work. That's a super program over there. Again, that's the Meals on Wheels program over there at the hospital. We've been talking with Patricia Dooley, the Director of Volunteer Services at the Saddleback Memorial Medical Center, and Mr. Frank Dome, one of the fine volunteers who's out there every Wednesday driving around visiting those dozen folks he brings those meals to every day. We'll be coming back with more for our Tuesday program for you right here on Channel 6 TV.